Hey guys, PepperAmmy here. This week we are making Sloppy Joes. Now Sloppy Joes are something that I've heard of, and you see it a lot on TV with stuff like The Simpsons and whatnot, but I've never eaten and I've never cooked a Sloppy Joe before, so it's time to change that. Now I'll start by dicing 1 to 2 onions. Now I have some big onions, and I thought they would be a little bit too much, but personally I really enjoy onion in my food, and they cooked down well enough to mix in with the mince, so they weren't actually overpowering. Now I want to add those to a frying pan with 400 grams of mince and cook on a medium heat. You want to make sure you crumble the mince so you don't have too big of a chunks and it just cooks down nicely, and you don't want to brown it too much. Now you don't want to cook it until it has browned slightly and your onions have softened. Once the mince is cooked, you want to add in a teaspoon of garlic granules, a teaspoon of paprika, smoked if you have it, 1 teaspoon of light brown sugar, 4 tablespoons of ketchup. Now I'm using a spice ketchup, hence why it's brown, and it just adds a nice bit of kick. But you can of course use normal ketchup if you wish. And 1 tablespoon of mustard as well, or just 1 good squeeze of a nice mustard that you enjoy. If you don't like mustard, you could even leave it out, but to be fair, as this sauce cooks down, you're not even really going to taste the mustard too much. And you want to stir to coat and cook for a few minutes before adding in 300 ml of water or beef stock, and then you want to cook this down for a good 20 minutes. Now whilst the sauce is cooking, you want to dice a pepper. The colour is completely your choice. I went for a nice mix between a red pepper that hasn't necessarily fully ripened, so it's just adding a nice little bit of extra colour to the dish. Now that doesn't really matter in all fairness, because, spoiler alert, you're eating these from burger buns anyway, so you're not really going to be looking at the colour of the pepper. And once your sauce has mostly cooked down, add in the pepper and a good glug of Worcestershire sauce. I don't know why so many people have a problem saying that, or I'm just really lucky. And then you want to give that a good mix and cook for around about 5 minutes just to soften the pepper slightly. Personally, I prefer a nice crunchy pepper rather than a overly soft one, so depending how long you cook it is, of course, once again down to your preference. Once cooked down, you should be left with a nice rich thick sauce, and the mince mixture should be able to stand in a heap on a spoon or spatula on its own. Then to serve, you want your buns of choice. Now I went for some nice big burger buns with sesame seeds on top. You could use brioche buns, or even little small burger buns, or just tiny sandwich picnic buns if you wished. Or I'm pretty sure you could just get away with just sticking it between 2 slices of bread. And then you optionally want to serve with a potato side, like some hash browns or some chips. Then fill your buns and enjoy. These videos are starting to get quite innuendo-y. And there you have it, Sloppy Joes. Now, as I said, this was my first time making them, or even tasting them, and they are really, really good. I definitely want to try making these more often. And they are super simple to make, and they don't break the bank to make, and they're really filling. In all fairness, we did actually have mixture left over. I know I made a double batch, but we did have some left over, and we had some burger buns left over for the next day, so you've got leftover potential. That wraps up this week's video. As always, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know down below with a like and a comment. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe for free weekly cooking content, and I will see you all again next week. Thanks for watching.